remembering correctly. But either way, we are in with an A execute. What else on the pistol? A little bit of spicy utility, to be fair. Quick little headshot, Furlan lucky to be alive, but of course, we are in for that 5-on-5 retake.
And with this, it's Furlan and Snatch. You've got the utility, but Fiku's pushed in. Haji to fall. Fiku looking for more with two players around the corner. Could find them, but instead it's Sixer and Kios to make way in. And as they got too aggressive, AGO have been punished. Lambert, he's got himself the double flashes, wants to go forward, but hasn't actually had an opportunity or reason to use them yet. It's all going to be about Furlan as he's left alone. Snatchy to fall, and Furlan in a 1 versus 4, trying to peek out, but Kios, that's the man who I've been looking forward to watching. He comes through with a 3K.
Need to go fast. They've got that man advantage. Gives them the luxury of being able to take their time, work their way in, force angles off, etc., etc. And a nice, easy bomb plant with a man advantage still retained. Kios does get one on top of that smoke, but Haji traded back. Lambert just flying in to find Furlan. It's a crazy kind of attempt here from the Frenchman. Tap onto the bomb as well, going to force a peek out. The smoke going into it as well. Great angle from Reetz. Backs off and finds the other. Oh my goodness. That is perfectly played by Reetz too. Reetz has found some control towards middle. Kios has got to be careful walking into this angle. Does land the flick, left on 13 HP. Another unfortunate exchange. One that Reetz really should have been coming out on top of. Rowland maybe needs to buy some new headphones as he gets clapped in the side of the head. Furlan will find the first frag for the T side, but I think it is all but over at this point.
Yeah, unfortunately, either some miscommunication going on or Rowland was trying to make a big play after his teammate goes down, because Rowland hesitates just a little bit before he's moving forward, and
lead, perhaps not the way to do it. Oh, and well, Haji, he was indeed trying to force the trade. Now leaves Maka and Sixer with it all to do. Just Maka does get that double spray down, but he takes an awful lot of damage for it. And of course, still a man advantage across to that T side of things. The bomb is dropped in no man's land, so a little awkward to get the recovery on, but as they start to push forwards, they'll find themselves a few rifles in places. Playing with fire here is Maka. Flash over the top. Not really forcing their way forwards just yet onto this A bomb site. Hesitation seems to be the name of the game. What is that 180 from Kios? And he gets the final frag as restful moments, expecting the best out of them. And it certainly was in that scenario. Very well played. What has happened here, though? A bit of miscommunication, I suppose. Maka, once again, is sneaking in from the side. This perhaps an unintentional bait. I am so blown away that Furlan gets away with that. The old classic shifting in. I mean, maybe it works in MM, but it shouldn't work at this level.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, you can't underestimate the power of a good contact play after you've been training the CTs to expect utility, expect some sort of footsteps before the team is moving on. So you have to give them credit where it's due, but it's also due for that little shot that Reyes has found. Beautifully done. Immediately takes out Malka, and that's one of the big two threats taken away from the French side already. I have to say, I've been quite happy to see, though, the adjustment one more time. They'll have to use their utility at this point. And Kios moves past. He's found the kill as he shift walks forward again, catching them off with utility in their hands. LDLC is finding every timing, and they are living in AGO's heads rent-free right now. Just keep shift walking. Just keep shift walking.
Certainly, there's something. I'll hold the point, because I think I don't want to miss more action. Furlan, I think, sealing the A bomb site off a little bit here. Nice smokes as well coming in. They're in a pretty decent position. The bomb plant going down, but Kios in around the smoke once again, getting the 180. Kios, the 3K out of nowhere. I'm just continually blown away by this guy. Move across to K23. But maybe the time just not right, you know, the space just not there in the French scene, and why hold yourself back and obviously making a bit of a name for himself. There you go, Snatchy finally waking up on the AWP. Couple for him coming in. That being his 4th frag of the game, so certainly, you know, a player that we've pointed out for being not necessarily poor, but disappointing, I suppose. Looks like it's pretty much said and done here, because there was 4 players in towards ramp early on from LDLC. They lose the exchange in a big, big way. And our fastest round yet, it feels like, as XCOM Ego just have one more player left to deal with. It is Kios, though, the final boss.
And that's where you've got to hold on to see whether or not he can get something done. He sees the first player, gets a good tag, but can't get the bag. Furlan gets away. The safety, if that bomb had been dropped and they'd been forced to commit, maybe there was more to be done, but...
So, kind of going aggressive here, I think. Deciding against it, but Maka once again, as he takes that fight, wins it out against Snatchy. Would be interested to see how the early fights are indeed going in that sense. And deep smoke coming in as well forces them forwards or backwards, and well, it's completely open now. They're happy to take these fights on the French side of things, looking very, very good indeed. Maka goes down through the smoke. That's a little unfortunate, but a great two-man setup here. If he finds another frag, does Hadji, I think this is, yeah, this is so perfect. Check your angles. Oh, not going to do so. And Lambert, there you go. He strikes. Not quite as super effective as maybe I expected, but all the same, setting everybody else up. Just got to play chill. You don't need to take your one-on-one fight, Sixer. Just play it together. You should be okay. Tagged him up, I guess, is a bonus, but the 2v1 now required from Rallen.
You're not even on T side yet for LDLC. I'm really liking this coordination they've got between them. And this is the one thing I'll always say about LDLC teams. They have great comms in smaller situations where now you have to play off of each other. You know, it's two players playing together. Maybe their way their comms generally do tend to sometimes unravel is in a different spot, but I'll hold the point because it's time for Rowland to try and hold this site in a 1 versus 2. They're peeking forward and Sixer snipes him without even picking up an AWP. Sixer, what a shot. The wide swing outwards, and Kios looks like he's just going to be moving back for the op himself. They'll have that saved into the next round. A very 6K off the building.
Yeah, every now and then. AGO, though, going for something a little bit different into this round, going fast. Look at that damage coming in from Maka as he finds one, collats another, the nade to follow up. This is not AGO's remit. This is not usually what they go for, but creating a little bit of chaos, you never know. May well be successful. The only issue is the bomb was at the front, which means you are fully committed to this now. You've got to go for it. Great little flash, but no support for Furlan. Hadji's able to readjust. They just don't do well when they play fast on this T side of things, and it's not worked. Kind of disastrous.
And on the AGO side, we've seen a couple of players come out with, you know, individual plays with some good timings and being able to pull that off. Otherwise, I have to say LDLC...
Tough. Kios. Oh, he's going to get overlooked as well. No way. I don't believe it. That's a bit of a fluff spray on the second one, but all the same, doing his damage. Nice little play from Lambert to spot above the smoke. Snatchy's on 1 HP, and it's a 4-on-2 overall. Not really looking too good. Snatchy's got to be careful. That nade surely finishes him off. It does indeed. Drops the bomb as well for a second. All onto Reach to find 4 there. Heavily on top of each other. It could go disastrously wrong, but unfortunately they're very, very ready for him to be there.
Maka's going to be put in the hot seat. He has to throw out the Molotov himself. Lambert, waiting behind the smoke, is trying to make a big play. But as the smoke fades, he gets one, looks for more. Can he back off? Yes, he can for now. But it's all about Maka trying to back him up. And Maka, well, will he be spotted out? No, he won't. Gets the first. They don't have a Molotov until a little bit too late. And by the time they peek out, Maka will be caught off by Snatchy.
Certainly doable here. XCOM need this one, soften the blow going into the second half, but a quick flank from Kios. Ooh. Still could be the difference maker because it is the bomb. Lambert needs to stay alive or win this fight, and unfortunately...
Sure about what the game plan is for them as Rietz has backed off from scaffolding, has been forced off. Snatchy's found a key kill, and with Sixer falling, they don't have that second prong to the pincer attack that they've been planning. And now that Lambert's smoke goes out, it's all about hitting those shots. Maka with the P250 will be playing the long range angle, trying to get the super box peak, but can't find it initially. He's just ducked away behind the smoke, getting damage through it.
Oh, and the fake plant as well. They just go charging through the smoke. It works initially, kind of in this exchange being brought back even. So that Snatchy kill, all the more important for retaining the man advantage. Nice find by Rallen. He's left low, so does need to be a little careful, but 1v3 with no armor on Lambert, in theory, should be relatively doable here if they play things.
To show up when Maka's got an AWP and you've got an AWP, when Maka dominated that hard in the first half. Oh, no. Starts off pretty poorly.
Yeah. I don't know, man. He's had a really rough time, has Snatchy, in this matchup, and this is sometimes how it can go. I think he's either towards the top end of the scoreboard, first or second, or he's just not really present in the game. And that inconsistency has been something that's plagued him for a while, in all honesty. Viku finding Kioz is a nice trade back, but quickly dealt with by Lambert. The B bomb side now actually fully vulnerable. They don't quite realize it, but there's no one here just yet. A quick rotation through from Rallen will provide some cover, but it is weak at best. If they do decide to go towards B, it may well be doable for LDLC. However, they're really biding their time, and now the CTs are starting to move in, but 6 are on that middle area, holding things down. Flash over the top, Rallen not able to do an awful lot. Nice nade and a molly to follow up a kill alongside it as well. This gets a little more interesting. Random shot through the smoke, brings it down to a 2-on-2. Suddenly looks very doable, and the bomb is in a terrible spot. That's unfortunate. Maka on the AWP, though, looking solid, not really missing. Flash doesn't blind anyone. It's all onto Furlan. Oh, and Maka's just way faster to the mark. That's kind of how it feels right now for the AWP.
Earn stuff. Coming up and making sure they can take a man down, but unfortunately it's Snatch's demise, and it's Haji to hand it to them with a second as well. 3 kills in total, and AGO have got to save, but can they save? I'm not entirely sure about where they go from here.
That was a little funny. Lambert trying to way things have been going. Haji just needs to be careful, though. There's a player up to his right. Oh, timing going to be everything. He's snuck under, though. What a ninja. That is beautiful stuff. Furlan does trade him back, but of course, pressure being created over on that A-bomb site forces them forwards. At B, doesn't go successfully. I suppose there's a trade-off of information, but all the same, it's a solid man advantage right now. Snatchy finding one, needs to get more than this, but the gap is closing. Great flick onto Lambert landed. Looking for more. Does have support now as well. Smoke coming in also. 3-on-2. This is the best chance that AGO have had for a while. Snatchy finds another. It's all down to Maka to clutch up versus 3, and little does he know, Berlin's behind him.
Question is, what is in the minds of the terrorists? They don't have much firepower, Scrib, and this is where they prioritize some faster plays, and that's exactly what they're going for again. But Fiku's cut off 1, but not the second. Haji trades, Sixer follows, and Haji with a flashbang will allow Sixer in. The AWP is caught, and Snatchy will fall. His impact over here with the big green gun has been, unfortunately, a little bit small.
I wouldn't call it a massive upset here, but if they're able to take this map, and they look pretty damn good going into Nuke. But we'll see, it's not quite over just yet. Rallen standing strong at the back of the B-bomb site, looking for more. Oh, what is going on? Maka's just tried to ignore him, pretend he's not there, and he comes away with 4 in total. Now it's all left onto Lambert, who indeed in all this madness has found 2 towards middle. Whether he finds the round itself is another question, however.
With the bomb not in his possession, it becomes all the more hard, and Snatchy will be able to take him down with an AK. That's definitely a sign of still, you know, growing pains within the team. Oh, Perlin though, oh, big push.
So awkward inside the smoke. Over towards middle as well, going to get dropped. I feel like AGO in the past couple of rounds have maybe hit that groove that we were looking for, that adaptation that we were looking for. Rallen catches the boost. And obviously knows that Kioz is around. I'm going to take him down. I do just want to correct myself. It was actually AGO, of course, playing that matchup before this one, making things difficult for themselves, which resonates even more here. As, of course, they are now starting to run things back very quickly. It's come within 1 round. LDLC have got to answer back, and fast, because it is starting to escape them. They're Econ not in a fantastic spot. I suppose they're getting the lost burners stacked up, but that's not what they want. Hadzi, though, making a play of his own, forcing ramp open, getting that first frag for free, pretty much. Does depend on what he does further down the line. He's going to keep on going. Finds the head of Snatchy just as the smoke dissipates. The timing is perfect, and that is exactly what LDLC needed.
And that's just a full read coming up. And Riaz, he's looking for a kill onto Lambert. Lambert, though, jumps up and cuts him off immediately. This round is so well read by LDLC. They're expecting the aggression to come from Furlan. They're expecting the late second player in ramp because they know that there has to be players back.
But taking this map really...
Oh,
no. I was going to say hammers it home and, well, puts salt in the wound for AGO in the series. And then Haji goes and does that. The T-side monster following the traces through the smoke instantly.
Man, Haji he's a machine right now. And look, Maka, Kios, they're not having the same impact that they had in the first half. You know, they both ended on about 18 kills or so apiece. They've really quieted down. They're just not existent on T's side. That's where Haji's coming in and kicking in people's teeth. That's not an aid that works, Kios. All right, but hey, now got to keep an eye out over towards ramp. As they are going for control, but Rietz is already here. He dodges the flash. He heard it toss, and now he's gone back to scaffolding with the smoke to cover his trails. He'll be safe, and it's a 4 versus 4 with 35 seconds and plenty of time on that smoke as it drops back 3-4v3. Fiku on the B-bomb side, caught off, brought down. Sixer to be the one to find the kill. And now Rowland's still fighting, trades it back. It's a 2 versus 3. Can the T's make it on?
Certainly doable, man. There's some low HPs in places as well. Reitz, his position is going to be absolutely pivotal. Loses that fight to Lambert. This is now looking problematic. Maka, meanwhile, going to get the bomb down over on A. They are absolutely miles away. Nice bit of utility usage from Lambert to soften them up even further. No kit available, no utility at all. There you go. Spoke too soon. As Rylan will find himself a kit and a nade to try and pick up the pieces here. I believe moving in towards the bomb site. Maka, though, going to find Snatchy. They're playing this so well on top of each other. Lambert, meanwhile, baiting his teammate out. Going to lose the fight. But surely this is doable. No smoke onto the bomb. Maka moves around it, and he will indeed find the fight. Or not, it's the correct approach. A nice little bait towards the door. Lambert got to win this fight, but Furlan, quick flick onto him. Does need to be careful. They're all over the place, swarming like ants right now. Snatchy does get one, traded back instantly. Fiku is well dealt with. Rarlan still on the backside. Drops the bomb again. There's a player at heaven. They're everywhere right now. It seems that things are even-ish. I'm not quite sure. Low HP for Sixer. Got to find his fourth of the round. That's a great little goosh. Almost taken down. But thankfully, the reload for Furlan was needed. One more bullet will do the trick. Furlan's just got to aim for that body shot. And maybe, just maybe, we've got a bit of slowdown here in the final minute.
Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. Sixer might have just completely outplayed him. Remember, it might seem late into the round because of how much action there's been, but Furlan's aware of this. Furlan ready for the flick. They're both a whisper from death, but Furlan's ears might be a little bit sturdier. Remember, Glock and long range is not very effective, and that's why Sixer's looking to get up close and personal. But is he going to make the wrong decision as he peeks forward? Furlan checking the wrong angle.
He fits in, he slots in very, very well. They've got to be careful here. There's a player on top of the hut that really could be devastating. Furlan also getting up towards heaven. Great shot coming in from him. Drops the bomb. There is still that player on top of the hut in the form of Reitz. Rarlan to back him up. This is looking so very solid. It's all down to Lambert, and he can't room for it. Certainly is possible. A nice little team flash, of course. Fiku, got to be careful here. Does manage to find one. Completely blinded up, though. Should be dead to rights, and he is. Takes him a little while, but they take him down. Great one deed from Lambert. And this is where things get interesting. Quick drop towards the B-bomb site from 2 CT players. That's solid. But still, this 3-on-3 certainly is doable. Famas recovered for Haji. Nice, tight positioning to trade up and make sure that they are able to get control of this B-bomb site. Mac has got to win this fight here for LDLC. Rarlan does take one, goes back in for the reface. Okay, respect to it. Haji, though, able to catch him in transition. Brings it down to the 2-on-1, all onto Reitz.
And Haji's already found 3, but he's looked for a little bit too much, trying to bite off the big boy, and it's all about Maka now. Deagle at the ready. If there's a door open, he should get this kill. Can't rotate back onto ramp fast enough for him not to be underneath the Deagle, but Fico, you can't keep doing this. These shots are insane. The Deagles are raining through, and it's all Maka in a 1 versus 4. Finds the first 2, but can it be the completion?
God damn, what is going on? Maybe I cursed it by saying there wasn't too much craziness on the first map. It seems we are really in for that. Maka does trade up to an AK. It's a small move forwards, but still feel like the advantage is with the CT side here. A lot of time to work with, I suppose. Other than that, the odds kind of stacked against the lone Frenchman at the moment.
Do you believe in life? That is the question. Maka, he wants to live his for a little while. Oh, what is that lineup? Oh my God, Maka, you have got the biggest of all brains, but you missed the lineup by just a smidgen. That's a one-way smoke he threw from heaven for heaven. He misses it just by a little bit. Oh dear, but that's such a nice thought to it. And with 20 seconds left, Furlan and Rowland, they heard the smoke blooming for sure. They haven't actually checked inside the site, so Maka should be able to get a free bomb plant. Now, they will start rotating over the second that door opens, and as he is planting it, he hears them both coming through. Has to get a kill initially. Furlan is a little bit detached. Maka needs to be careful. Rowland coming from the side. Maka wants to push through inside the double doors directly, and there he goes. He finds Furlan, but not the kill. Turns around for the second. It's a 4K on the way, but will this train be derailed? Furlan looking to be a hitch in the ride as he moves over. A nade is enough to take down Maka, and he will chuck it out to trail in and find the kills from Secret. Good damage dealt. Furlan brought down low, and as he backs off, his teammates have got a barrage of kills. Rowland finally swings out, reveals his position, and Lambert's now left in a 1 versus 5.
There are some crazy one-sided rounds going on.
Goes as far as finding, the space, finding the threads. That's always there, and it's true this time over as well. Haji finds himself that first kill, connects with a quick shot, but now goes down the vent, and they've got 3 players in already. Rowland looking to follow through, but can Maka actually stop him from that? He drops down, has the shot, and Maka saves his team. And now in a 5 versus 3, CT is trying to contest. Fiku good for 1, Snatchy for the second, back to even numbers.
Not even HP, though. And I think that'll be the difference maker here. Also have that unsure presence behind. Kio's pushing forwards. Lambert still holding. To just be a thorn in the side, really. And yeah, it's so very awkward. You have to move forwards here, of course, on that CT side of things. And with the hesitation, it's bought time for Kios to push in towards ramp. Lambert, meanwhile, I think he's gaining an awful lot of information here. With the footsteps and whatnot, the bomb very far ticked along. It's essentially a 2-on-2 on the bomb itself, to be fair, but just not enough time to get anything done. They prefer to save. And, well, Lambert is trying to get himself into position.
You see the T-side economy being absolutely broken if they lose this round. And AGO being able to run away with an 8-7, maybe even a 9-6. Which, given the way things started with rounds being traded, I would have said that's absolutely unlikely. But now, in a pretty good position, Fiku keeps it going. 4 kills in ramp. This man, he's pretty good at the game.
Certainly. Looking really, really strong right now, actually, for the CT side of things. I don't know, man. This is a wacky game so far, and to get down there. Fiku, meanwhile, up to his 14th kill, really is looking good as they've given him a bit more room to work with. Snatchy finds 1 and then goes charging in. Maybe thinking he'd taken down the bomb planter. Little bit weird. It's actually a 4-on-3 after a very good read. And the initial frag going the way of the CT side, they've left themselves in a hard spot to come back from.
Kioso peeks out. Great 2 kills. The second headshot is what's... Look at Chaos. He's going to be able to move past the smoke. Fiku has come through to intercept, but the trade is immediate. Rowland, however, and Furlan still finding more frags, and Lambert being as low as he is makes this round even harder. Sixer wants to walk onto the site, but there's a player on the rafters who's ready to intercept. Some noise being made by Lambert and Maka on outside. They're trying to force out a couple of players so that Sixer can have an easier time on the A site. But as Rowland moves forward, Maka will be peeking into him with that AWP. And actually, no, he doesn't peek into him. He just backs off. Will he be re-peeking is the question.
A bit all over the place. Ooh, Sixer, dink for dink. That's unfortunate. Furlan on the M4, of course. And Maka so fast on the AWP. Nearly gets that second one. They're so very low. It's a great little readjustment from Reach to drop down, but unfortunately not quite able to capitalize. But my goodness, 3-4 bullets could end the round. He'll take down Maka eventually. Clean headshot onto the AWPer. And now back into the 2-on-2. Snatchy on the flank. Lambert somewhat ready for it, but just not healthy enough to deal with it. And now it's all onto Sixer. 11 HP and a dream and a clean headshot onto the first. Snatchy, does he know this player's low? He doesn't care. He's on the deagle anyway.
Time for the TE side. Now, Fiku, long range with the Glock, never helpful, but Furlan's found one before being traded. Maka trying to move into Mini before he's killed, so at least the kit is reachable. But as he sprays through, it's Kios and Lambert to find two. Haji continues the kills, and they just keep coming as Fiku will peek once more. Gets himself one, gets himself two. They're just not checking. The angle, Lambert left alone. Back then that you had, so they're in even better position because of the lack of flashes. But now they're out, and Kios has found a kill. Smoke comes out for Squeaky. Kios has been brought down, but not before he's found two kills. Haji catches off the Squeaky push, who thought he could go through the smoke, and suddenly it's a 4v2.
Another crazy round here, it seems, once the rifles are back in play. Lambert got to be careful he doesn't get followed up. Haji as well, nearly going down there. Very lucky indeed. Oh my goodness, they line up. The two-man peek is
the nade.
Risky again, the nade.
I mean, I haven't seen that in years.
Classic.
Oh.
Ooh. That is rough, and Maka goes for the reface as well. Sixer, meanwhile, going to take down Rala, and Maka eventually falls to Snatchy, but 4-on-3 with Sixer being hard planted on the B bomb site with a bit of an off angle. I say a bit of an off angle. It's a great off angle. Not ready for the second player. Ooh, and Reitz has found Haji, so suddenly it's evened up to a 2-on-2. They have inadvertently gained control of the B-bomb site. Kios finds the trade onto Reitz a little late, but all the same, making it very doable here for LDLC. Furlan to clutch things up. An older voice, a more experienced voice on the team. Certainly doable in this scenario.
There's 1 versus 2 with one smoke. That isn't all that useful, other than maybe smoking yourself off to be slightly better at trying to spray through it. You know where the bomb is planted. Now he has a flashbang too, so potentially a bit more to do, but the CTs would have loved to have a smoke at this point. Good Molotov, flies through. The smoke is there. He's trying to spray through.
LDLC then back to their old ways on the CT side. Great little exchange from Sixer. Well read. Furlan going for the Hail Mary rush early on. Making sure to get rid of the AK. Not entirely sure that their money is entirely together. Oh, Maka with the wrist breaker. Love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. It's not his first one. Certainly not as nice as that 90-degree flick through the smoke, but things are going so well here for LDLC on their rifle rounds. The AGO side, the Polish side, they've got to start picking things up. Probably not in the next round, though. So it looks like 11-11 before things get back to a doable situation.
Rollin will be peeking forward. Doesn't quite have the gun advantage after he's been tagged up by the nade, and Haji finishes him off. Gets the bomb. 5 players could be kept alive over here, and LDLC is trying to do their best to make us forget about the fact that they lost a 4 versus 1 in the pistol round, but they might just be able to do that. At the end of the day, the W is what matters, not how pretty it is. So gets peeked, gets brought down.
It's unconventional, and it's going to leave their A bomb site massively exposed. Kios, at the very least, has got to stay alive. That's a great smoke. They opt to charge through it. He doesn't quite find the lineup. Goes for the wild spray. That's unfortunate. Only getting the one. A bomb site falling maybe a little bit too easily, to be honest, for the French side. And now what do? They've got a fair amount of utility remaining. Fair amount of money to work with. Well, it just feels a little too difficult to break their way back into this bomb site. Flash doesn't quite like the real back and forth. But LDLC, they're answering the call. Their individuals look very good. They're mined for the game right now as well. It's unfortunate for Sixer, but it's a nice idea. Haji as well going to respond. So well played off the back of each other. It's very, very simple, but still working very well. You need to be careful not to get overzealous. Kios is going to be the one to do so. He goes down without a frag. Mac has picked off Rallen, so at the very least, it's still doable. It's still a 2-on-2. Is there a gap in the smoke? There is, but it's Biku to work with it. All going to be left onto Lambert. It's clutch time. Very quickly deals with the 2 and brings it down to a 1. All the same, he has no idea where Reitz is, and looks like he's going to have to try and maybe get ahead of the curve or catch the bomb planter off guard.
I mean, it might be working, though. Yeah, It seems like it is. Reese is crossing over. Reese is checking the right angle, but it won't matter. Lambert still gets
Utility use some of their own. Left with one smoke and one Molotov. Great little molly to the back of the silo. Kios, though, not too bothered. If anything, it gives him cover to work with on that left-hand side. Still does need to be careful not to go down early. Hadji in the hook, going to get one. Kios, is he ready to trade? He is. Gets one, gets a second, drops the bomb in the meantime. Third as well coming in. Needs to get away from Fiku. Swaps up to another M4. Fiku trying to clutch it up, and he's left on 10 HP. Is he ready for Lambert? I don't think so. Looking towards heaven. 15 seconds remaining. Needs to find the clean headshot. And, well, Lambert has escaped him. Moved towards Hut and forces Fiku to make the move, get the bomb down. And this will allow Lambert to close that gap, of course. 10 HP. One bullet.
looking for the wall bang as well. They cannot go back onto the A bomb site without significant issues. But as Fiku moves back, it's time for Maka. But he only gets one, drops the bomb, and that'll delay long enough for Furlan to be hindered. But as Furlan peeks out, he's got the timing, gets the second as well. Lambert, good for one. Can he get the second? Doesn't look like it because Kios is now coming in from the side. In a 1 versus 3, Lambert can't help him over here, but Kios gets one, Kios gets two, quick tap to boot, and with a flashbang to move forward. He's looking for the final. This could be the last one he needs. Snatchy not being baited. Snatchy in a 1v2 gets the first, and now it's all him. We said he needs to step up, and it's blunted for him. Lambert does not have a smoke. Lambert speaking out, but Snatchy's clutches have been lost on the CT side. Otherwise, this would have been a much more in a favorable position for them to be in. And now as Fiku and Furlan move forward, they've got the opener, they've got the second. Haji, sure, you're good for one, but one just isn't enough at this point. Maka looking to push in. He's got the scout, trying to get a no-scope headshot. One of the more unlikely things to happen, but I mean, this has got to be it, Scriv.
Are a little scarier on the individual level, so that's what I'm going to put it down to. I think we're going to see a very flat kind of dust 2 here. Either way, going towards short, not looking too good. I eat my words in the first round so far, 4 on 3. However, they have lost long control, but then they've gained control of the bomb. So another crazy start here to dust 2.
Well, Rollins come through with another kill as well, so looking very clean so far from the CT side. Now the question is, how many players can you keep without them losing a speck of armor? Because that's very crucial. If you end up going up against a full tech 9 buy in the next round, if they have a long spawn, they're throwing flashes towards you. Just having that extra bit of utility does help. But Snatchy goes forward. Riats is the one to get the kill. Snatchy will, question is, will it pay off? Riats playing from Gandalf, waiting to peek out. Will this work out? Oh, actually, his teammate ends up flashing him, so he can't peek. And now will go for the first, but the rest of them are they have a deagle. Peeking here is really dangerous. And as they find out, Sixer will be the one to get the kill.
Beautiful stuff so far. Certainly making them work for it.
Now you have...
That's so awkward.
Oh, Kios even finds the kill over there. Riaz follows up, but he can't get the spray transfer. Lambert trades nicely. And now it's all about the AWP. Snatchy trying to move in, but Sixer catches him off right as the smoke is blooming. And Haji on the A bomb side already means that the B players, I mean, might as well just save at this point.
Yeah, I think so. LDLC coming in with their textbook aggression, really giving AGO the run around again. Like I mentioned, that still not ideal. Ooh, nice idea. A smoke onto the Molotov. Kios bursts through, does get blinded up on the return. Surely gets traded here, though. There you go. Hadji able to find it eventually. 4 on 3. Very aggressive play, particularly into the double up setup. Now going to leave them in a very bad situation. It is pretty difficult, I think, when the chaos is going on to recover things back. But they opt not to continue the charge forwards and will instead back off, what with Sixer having control of tunnels. And it's a nice move. It fully splits the CT side up. I think it's very well played, actually.
This is also one of the first times they're actually coming towards the B bomb side. One of the other reasons why Furlan hasn't had that much success individually, it's also that he hasn't had opportunity. But this is his time to shine. The only issue, he doesn't actually have a smoke. So when those Molotovs come his way into this little angle, if they do, this could be an issue. He does get mollied, but not before he gets to. A double up on the CT side might be a problematic retake, but they'll be down if they don't go for it.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to, right? They're pretty far down. They are here quite quickly. Can't miss a shot. No kit available either. No utility. So everything seems to be against them. Maka with a great angle does miss the second, but surely that first has sealed the...
Now, the way AGO has been playing for long control in particular, it looks like they're just not used to playing the map. It looks like they're the team that hasn't played this in officials. Riats, though, will be looking to peek out, gets the first kill, and with all of these coming through, this could be the big round they've been searching for. Riats gets a follow-up, and Lambert alone versus 3. They're low, yes, but can he get the kills? Already tagged up as well, picks up the AWP, has the bomb, and Fiku, it's all on him. With the USB, he knows he's already tagged him, but he can't get the kill because the flashbang catches him off. Now, Lambert, meanwhile, goes over, will get the bomb plant, but they're not pushing through when he fakes it out. Lambert was really hoping he could force a peek, he could force a push, but he just won't be given anything. These CT players are fine with waiting, and look at what Rollin has found on the ground. Not the AK, but the Molotov. That's a big game changer.
Ooh.
And as he peeks forward, they're going for the jumping peaks. Fiku trying to get it done. Lambert flicking around, but it's Rollin on the side who's got enough of a distraction to get the kill. And very nicely executed all in all.
Yeah, it's a really nice little bait and switch play, I think. Very, very well played in that. Oh, Rollin. Oh, don't look away now. No, sir. Yeah, gonna hold the angle cleanly as well. Finds the 2. Meanwhile, over on the B bomb site, Fiku also holding strong. 5-on-2 for Lambert and Maka to recover back from. Lambert trying to gain some pressure over towards middle, not joining his teammates. Certainly interesting. Maybe trying to bait things out. Lands the headshot, but no frag. They're awfully low in a few places. Great little angle here for Reitz just to lock him down. There you go. Eventually hits the head. It's all on to Maka. Good for one.
Well, so it looks like it might just be a play to force them back to control on short on the CT side before they go for a mid pick, where Snatchy lies in wait, and he's gotten 2 with 1. It's a special, it's a sale, and he's got a bargain, but can Ralvin find the finishers if they come over towards that B-bomb site? Look at the spread from the CTs. They've got everything covered by the time the T's start to come in. Piku's job is to be a one and done. Kios needs to get this immediately. They don't have any flashes. It'll be as raw as it can be, and it's all about the aim. Kios peeking forward. Will not be spotted by Fiku yet, and as he comes out, tries to get the one-tap. Molotov will be there as well. Fiku shows himself, but he gets the one he needed and makes it 2 as well. It looks like the 2-for-1 specials available all day long, but they might be running out of stock. Haji left alone in this 1v3.
It's a tough round in that scenario without your utility and whatnot. Not a single missed shot. You know, you have to land everything moving forwards, and they fall at the first hurdle, really. Haji not in a bad position here. Ooh, gonna get caught off, though, by this flank completely. I was gonna say, maybe towards short could make something happen. Pretty strong on the CT side now. It's very scary stuff indeed. And okay, I was gonna say, what the hell? Snatchy is there so quick, but Mac is still able to take him down. Snatchy had the best spawn. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And he's the only one at long as well. That is a massive oversight.
They have liked to go for this play a few times so far, though, where Riats has pushed forward aggressively. But look at Sixer, might be caught off inside the tunnels. Indeed, he is. But the trade is Kios and Haji finding Furlan and Riats, where they try to get aggressive into short. They are the ones punished instead. Sure, your lurk can be killed, but when it's a 4 versus 2 afterwards, you're more than okay with it, especially given that Haji is just waiting in the back line, so the CTs have to save these 2 weapons. As Furlan will be finding himself a nice little corner to nestle into to build a home for. The smokes come over, and they're the full of Vanguard smokes plus CT, so it could be a drop down that they're faring, and Furlan's in the brilliant position that he is. Gets to, looks for more, fully secure, almost finds them, but he spots them out at the very least, so information is there, and Lambert is wondering where it all went wrong.
Where it all went terribly wrong. Not a single point of damage done so far. And, well, anything that Lambert's able to find is kind of just consolation. Looking to save. They are on the hunt, not heavily, but trying to track him down. Great little off angle here. And that's about it.
Indeed. Now, one of the first times we've actually seen significant manpower going over towards the B bomb site, but Makazin is peeking out. He's got the kill, and that's a 5v4. Snatchy still alive, though, and the other AWP could be making the difference, but it's through the pole, and Kios will be saved. Get down, Mr. President, but he is bleeding for sure. The question is, can he lead his team? As he'll boost up Haji. Haji moves forward, trying to bait out any shots, but there's no one to shoot them. Still 2 players on long, could be making short work of Sixer and Lambert, and then it could just be a 4v3 retake.
Basic smokes towards short again. Ollie over the
Verlin.
top. Oh, I was going to say, I think the gun barrel just spotted. Great setup. Doesn't quite work out, though. Sixer able to find both. Pico as well. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication, but where does he go? You know, I mean, if he hard commits to this, there is a chance they kind of overlook him, right? Don't think he's quite heard them just yet. He's thinking about it, thinking about having a peek. In comes the utility. Oh, and the spam is there. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. I don't know who reads who, but Haji comes out worse for wear on it, to be honest. We'll end up going down, and now the 5-on-4 pretty much for free here for the T side. Flash goes in to allow them to cross. Of course, the CT smoke as well. Going to keep most of the CTs at bay. 3 in towards short. It's difficult, especially without the utility to break your way into the bomb site here. Ooh, nice one tap from Fiku, and I think that will seal the deal. Sixer trades him back. It's all said.
CT side, Roland trying to spray through, and they're already down in mid, but it's a beautiful pincer. LDLC use their tactics against him, and they send a player up catwalk, immediately overwhelmed. AGO, there you go.
Absolutely beautiful. There you go. Very nicely done, at least initially. Snatcher going to find Maka as well. Haji rushing up short. LDLC are blowing my mind with these plays, man. They're able to pull it off as well. 3-on-2 when it's all said and done off that exchange. And the remaining 2 Ts are heavily split. Oh my goodness. Like the tenacity to go for it. It's just insane to me.
Keel's going down and from the player in the smoke is big though. Back to a 2 versus 2, and despite the massive blight that Haji is able to pull off, there are now 2 players on that B bomb site. So the CTs have to go probing for information, and at the same time they know it's a 2v2. A 1-for-1 trade isn't good enough. We need to find the bomb, or we need to get a 1 kill and back off. But even that can't be done. They're committing, they're gambling. Question is, do the T's go so slowly that the CTs are able to punish him in the end, or is this just going to be a quick walk down in towards the A bomb site? Sure, you might not be running, but you'll definitely get there with plenty of time and utility to spare.
Not going to meet each other just yet. But as you have kind of predicted, the CT side are in a very good position to attack fast and well, just following in the footsteps of the T side, honestly. Smoke will go in towards short. Bomb will be planted. One goes long, one goes short. Interesting from LDLC to split up, but maybe that's part of the plan. Expected to be together, and Sixer peaks at the perfect time to drop Reets. All onto Fiku. 1 on 2. Not looking too good. They're really, really playing this well, joining up together.
They're going to boost
down
up.
Below.
They're going to boost up to try and get a kill, but Fiku might have outplayed them regardless. They are expecting him to have gone in towards short. Fiku is playing this like a fiddle. He's got the kill. He knows the position. Flashbang goes out as well. Secondary is there too. The utility delaying it even further. Haji as well, making a one-way for himself, while Maka's watching the cross into the side, gets 2, re-peeks for 3, looks for 4, and Fiku will say no more. Now it's Fiku. Oh no, it's just Rollin actually in a 1 versus 3. Can he have the same fortune that Fiku has had? Might be the case. Finds the first, moves back, and recovers the bomb.
We'll get the plan at the very least. Ooh, Keo's playing it a bit safe. Hell yeah.
Furlong.
Lose this round and full buy.
Oh, flashbang goes out, but that's a missed smoke, which will punish Furlan. Maka not covered by it at all. Rollin in the meanwhile, in the back lines, finds 1. It's Haji. to fall. 4 versus 3 already, despite Rollins' efforts. Bomb still in the base. Mid has been completely abandoned. They're fortifying their defenses. They're holding up the keep on the sites. And can AGO get the kills before the kills get them?
All quieting down once again. Need to make this short play work. Gonna try and boost over. No, Rollin opts instead to play around the smoke. Do be careful, my friend. Bomb on the back. It could drop down towards CT being that close, but he's not going to go down. They will begin to flash their way into the A-bomb site, molly their way into it as well. And LDLC, I like this. Not risking it, not giving room, you know, for an individual to pop off, find both the kills and bring it into a 3-on-2, difficult post plant, etc., etc. They're just going to play the 4-on-3, play it smart, play it safe. We've got plenty of utility to work with here in a retake as well. And they will opt to move forwards relatively slowly, but all the same, giving themselves a good amount of room to work with.
He also looking to move through the smoke, gives himself a little bit more cover. Rollin, while blind, gets one, and now it's all down to Fiku and Riaz. Fiku, the man of the clutch, has got 2 more, and now it's just 1. Maka, 1. Play nade goes in, good damage coming up, and indeed, Riaz has been airstruck down. You walk into the M4 now, and it's headshot for days, and Kios is counting them down. 3 kills so far, and the T's have been destroyed. Snatchy good for 1, but he's no Fiku. And can he get Fung? He might just be caught off by a flashbang in a late take. And Sixer, smoke goes out. It'll be keeping things clear. Maka, very important kill as well, comes through. A little bit of lag is there, but I'm sure we'll figure out exactly what's going on soon enough. Sixer waiting for the push to come in from the terrorist side. Reitz and company are just sitting around the corner as well. And as we wait for the game to continue, he might be waiting for a while. I don't know how long I can keep building suspense by talking like this, but I'm not going to lie to you. But maybe if I maintain the pacing and we look at the moonwalk and I say, hee-hoo, in the background, you know? Come on, Furlan, let's go. Ooh, yeah, baby, let's go. Ooh, yeah, Furlan, let's go. Ooh, Furlan, baby. Ah, la, 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 la. Sorry.
I think you're at the bottom.
I don't know, man. Like,
it does appear that we have disconnected.
Oh, okay.
And now we are perhaps reconnecting to see something.
No. LDLC have won this series.
LDLC have won.
Yeah.
By the magic and the power vested in me.
They did it.
Something like that.
Did you see that?
That's unfortunate. That's very painful.
That was crazy. That was a crazy round to close things out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dude, Maka got an ace after killing 4 of his own team. Dude, that's like 9 kills in a row. That's the first time it's ever happened in Counter-Strike history. And Furlan moonwalked through it.
Yes. The moonwalk was very impressive. Did not, unfortunately, do enough to net AGO that series win. Bloody hell, they worked really hard for it. But LDLC, they